Hey, how's it going? And today I just wanted to do a quick video on why you might want to consider developing games in Unreal Editor for Fortnite instead of Unreal Engine. And it's important, I think, to make this video or make this tutorial because things have changed this year. I mean, it was just this year that Unreal Editor for Fortnite came out, and before it wasn't even an issue. Like, this wasn't even a possibility, but now it is a possibility. This whole ecosphere of developing games within the Fortnite framework, and not only using the Fortnite server, the Fortnite assets, and then being able to publish the game. So I'm just going to kind of go ahead and launch here the Fortnite editor, and I'm just going to kind of go over the reasons why I think you should consider using Unreal Editor for Fortnite to build your first game, or especially if you're interested in game development and you just want to get your feet wet. Probably the number one reason is it has so many game ready assets all ready to go. And I did not fully appreciate the depth of the assets that are available. And it honestly is blowing my mind. So here we are as it's loading up right now, and I'm just going to do a blank island template right there. And I'm just going to drag in a couple assets real quick and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so what do I mean by game ready assets? Well, if we come under Fortnite here and we look under prefabs, these are fully built structures and buildings. And there's at least, I don't know, 40 or 50 categories of stuff here. So we have one, I don't know which one, let's see. We can just grab one. I'm just going to grab one at random. We'll grab movie set. How about that? And we're just going to grab this and drag it onto the scene like that. And if we come and look over here, look at what we've got at this asset here. Now seriously, ask yourself, how long would it have taken you to model something like this in Unreal Engine? How long would that have taken? Probably a while, right? A whole movie set ready to go. Okay. And while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and launch a session. I'm going to save this. The other thing is, look at this one. Look at this. There's also these creative devices that you can use. And these are basically like very specific game functions. But basically, with all these creative devices, it allows you to piece together the logic of a game very easily and without writing really one line of code. There is one thing in here that kind of blew my mind, and it was a helicopter spawner. So I'm going to drag that onto the scene actually. When I first saw this asset, I thought, oh, okay, well, it's just like a mock-up of a helicopter. It's an actual flying helicopter. These game assets, it's unbelievable, the depth and breadth of them. So there's almost no environment you can't create. There's almost no game logic you can't program in with these devices. And that's all without writing a line of code. And so that leads to the second reason why you might, and that's that it's very easy to prototype. So even if you don't want to use Unreal Editor for Fortnite to build your game, it would be very easy for you to kind of prototype out what your game might be like and get a sense of that. The third reason that you might want to consider it is that it's so easy to publish your game. You can publish your game through Epic Games, and they'll make it available on the Fortnite servers, and the game will therefore be public, and anyone can come and play your game. So it's not like if you built your game in Unreal Engine, you'd kind of be on your own as far as publishing it. Here, they have you do a memory check, and all the assets are game ready and they're already compatible, and everything is ready to go pretty much. So that's something really to consider when you're... Oh, so here we are. Look at this. We're in the game right now. Let me hit escape. I guess the game is playing. So check this out real fast. Oh, I guess I didn't save the helicopter yet. So let me escape and come back in. Let me go ahead and end the game and push those changes. But it's very easy to publish your game from within here. So that's something to consider too. That's really something to consider, is that you're kind of on your own if you create the game in Unreal Engine. Here, it's just fill out a form and essentially just press a button and they'll review it. And if they like it, you'll get an island code and it'll be publishable, and you can invite your friends and family and whoever, the general public, to play your game. you also, because you have to piece together the logic, it's not like this is just a brain dead thing. Like, you have to put your thinking cap on and really think about how are you going to make this work with the devices that you have. And it's like a puzzle almost. So by building a game in here, it actually improves your problem solving skills, and it helps you think through on your game logic of what does what and how everything's going to work together. So it's not like your skills are going to atrophy here. You're actually going to be building up your game development skills by building games in here. And the other thing is, with the game being published to the Fortnite servers and being available through Fortnite, it's easy to market the game, because what you'll get is a 12-digit island code, and you can distribute that to your family, your friends, put it on a website, and people can just come into the servers and put in your island code and go straight to your game. So it makes the game not only easy to publish, but easy to market. And the other thing along with that is that since your game will be so accessible and anyone can play it, it's then easy to get feedback from people, your family, your friends, or whoever, and say, hey, how do you like the game? What did you think? And get some instantaneous feedback, almost like beta testing. And the last is there is the possibility of, depending on your engagement and how many people play your game on the Fortnite server, to actually get earnings and make money from your game being published. So that's something to consider. So I'm going to go ahead and push the changes here real fast, because I just want to show you something. After I show you that, that'll kind of be the end of it. But there's so much possibilities in here, and everything you need to program your game logic can be found here under the devices. And I know there's a lot of talk about verse, but you only really need verse if there's going to be some really complex interactions. And verse itself is a device. So if you come here to the Verse Explorer and you click on here and you right click, you go add new verse file to project. It says choose a template, verse device. This one automatically says hello world, and you go create. You've just created a verse device. So if we come in here and go to devices, it's right here. And you can drag it onto the scene. That's actually your your verse device. So that's your verse language is so tied to the other creative devices. And so it's just a way of actually making things happen between your other creative devices that might not be possible otherwise. But basically, verse itself, the verse language itself, manifests as a device. So this whole thing is built on these creative devices. And so verse is just another one of them. It's just the way the game is set up. So it's not like it's doing anything that remarkably different. But with all these devices in here, like there's a trigger device in here that can be used. There's messaging that can be done. There's pop-up windows, multiple choice tests. There's, like I said, I just spawned in literally a helicopter, a fully working helicopter. And I want you to think about that. How hard would that be to create a helicopter in Unreal Engine? So now let me go in here. I think the game's ready. Is it in play mode? Yeah, it's in playing. So check this out. Look at this. Imagine this, what we have here. The sky, this open area, this set. How hard would it be to do this in Unreal Engine? E to fly. Watch. How long would it take to do this in Unreal Engine? I think we know the answer. It would take a long time. The weather, look, it's already kind of raining up here. Look at this. This is really crazy. It's absolutely insane. Literally insane. I kind of crash landed there. And I escaped. Oh, I have to hold it. Look at this. Come on now. So anyway, that's why you should consider building your games in Unreal Editor for Fortnite.